Hello, sunshine. Some people, I don't know. Some people get, my dad was the sunshine guy. My dad would always be like, hey, it's morning. Let's get up. It's a wonderful day. Oh my goodness. Oh, great. And I was just always like, oh, good grief. He'd get up so early, but he loved the color yellow. And so today we're going to make sunflower arrangement. It's sunflower season. The sunflower fields are here in Bloom in Michigan. We have several around here that people have gone and photographed. My friend right up the way owns Lenderink Tree Farm, Ed Nash. He has a peat bog where he planted sunflowers, and we went and visited there for season 4 of Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom. We used a little excerpt of that in our sunshine flower episode from season 3, which is all about sunflowers. My friend Kara Bolt came and made sunflower cookies with me, and we made a pretty range. And there was just this nice little assortment of sunflowers from Visser Farms this week at the farmers market. And so I picked up a bunch of those, and I thought that'd be great. And then plus I have planted some sunflowers. I planted some sunflowers in the yard. The first year that I've ever really dabbled in that, because I've not ever done that before. And so I planted some teddy bears in a container garden to get them started in hopes that I was going to transplant them and put them somewhere else. And I never did. And I have this cute little pot that's about this big, and it's all full of little tiny teddy bear sunflowers that are this big, because they didn't get big because they didn't have room. They were all tight in there. And that's just kind of fun. I think that's fun. So check out my Instagram account. We'll be posting some pictures of those. So you can follow us on Instagram, Bloom, or you can follow us at Jay Schwanke's Life in Bloom on Facebook too, if you want to do that. But yeah, so today I thought we would do some sunflowers. So very important for our sunflowers. Our sunflowers have fuzzy stems. So let's take one out here and let's look at it. There's fuzzy stems, fuzzy stemmed flowers. So I call those fuzzy stem flowers the dirty dozen. There is, let's see if we can do dirty dozen. Stock sunflowers, celosia, kangaroo paws, zinnias. I'm running out. See, but there's 12 of them. I've got them all listed on our flower care card. So, but those flowers that have a fuzzy stem will cause bacteria in the water faster. So I have used my Chrysler Professional 3 inside the vase, and I have also used a couple of my CBBN tablets. The CBBN tablets are basically like a time-released chlorine, like you would use in a swimming pool. And thus it keeps the bacteria level down. One of the things that you will notice, and I don't know if you can see it very well. I think you can. Yeah, you can, because of my shirt. That's awesome. Thank you for suggesting the gray shirt, that I should wear a gray shirt so that the flowers don't get lost behind them. So happy to do that. Ken, what do you think? Ken, what do you think? Because you like it when I match. So just asking. Okay. So, but you'll notice it's a little cloudy. And the combination of the Chrysler Professional 3 and the CBBN tablet make the water a little cloudy. But it keeps it clear the rest of the week, so just don't worry about it. And you don't have to dump off the water. You can simply add more Chrysler Professional 3 to that. And when I have a bottle that I've mixed up my Chrysler Professional 3, my liter bottle, I'll just drop one of those tablets down inside just before I pour it in here, or I'll add another one in here. But these tablets last about 3 days. So the 2 tablets I put in here are going to last and keep the water clear for about 3 days. Okay. But again, because we have that fuzzy stem, we want to make sure. And so when we're putting that fuzzy stem down inside here, begonia leaves are another ones that have fuzzy stems. So when you put those down inside there, I also find that it works really good for gypsophila or gypsophilia or baby's breath, whichever you prefer. I hope those of you that are like linguists like that I said gypsophila and gypsophilia or baby's breath, whatever you want to call it. Or also another one, a larkspur. Larkspur has a tendency to make the water nasty pretty fast. Beautiful flower, but makes the water nasty fast. I also think it works really good on dahlias. I used in my dahlias, and I'll get 10, 12 days out of my dahlias easily. I have had some dahlias that I've cut in the yard. I've gotten 20 days on. But, it just depends. It's been a hot summer. So my friends at Hope Dahlias have been challenged with that. And my friend Craig's been picking some for me, which is awesome. But it's been hot. So we are going to make a bouquet that has those in there. And let's use a few of these hosta leaves that have a little bit of yellow on them. Okay, so we'll use those. We're going to drop a couple down in there first. There we go. I'm using my green. That's going to be too short. Too short. I'm using my green bypass cutter compact pruner for today's project, and we have got some sunflowers back here. So let's, you know what, I'm going to throw in a little bit of, here's one more thing that will benefit hugely from that, and so let's use it as our foliage. Dusty Miller. Dusty Miller has a fuzzy stem, and so when we use our Dusty Miller, we'll want to use our CVBN tablets as well. And that gray coloration will be oh so pretty with our sunflowers. I love growing Dusty Miller, and this is the time of year I get to harvest it. So that's great as well. And you know what? I'm going to grab a couple pieces of, this is the viburnum that I grew in the yard that I gave my bush a big haircut last year, and so I just have some big pieces of viburnum that don't have any berries on them, so we're just going to use a couple of those in there too. That's going to be a nice addition inside there. And anything else look good? I think that's good. Here's a couple more hostas. Look at those, pretty. The hostas bushes have just been so beautiful this year. So there we go. That's what I've got. And so let's start with this guy right on the edge. Right there on top of that hosta leaf. Boom. There we go. Then I've got some other ones over here. They just did such a great job. Look at these colors. Sorry. Look at those colors. Right? Look at this one. It's different yet. I love the brown coloration. I like it when there's those rust ones too that are just so rusty colored, right? Those are beautiful too. So here we go. Look at this. Great. Okay. So we're going to use those down inside here. How can you not look at sunflowers and not be happy? I mean, that's the thing I really love about them is they just, they're the epitome of that sunshine flower. Makes us happy. So yeah, my dad loved the color yellow. So, he had a yellow Rambler, I think, that they drove to California after my sister was born. And when my sister was born, Cindy, my dad gave up smoking. My mom said, hey, we have 2 daughters now. You need to be around for the rest of your life. We're going to give up smoking. And so my dad always joked that the Rambler, you could have followed him to California because he was chewing beech nut gum. And he said, and of course, this is my dad, and this is back then, so not a nice thing. But he said he was throwing the beech nut wrappers all the way to California. Bad litter guy. But anyway, okay. So, but yeah, he had a yellow Rambler. So how about that? Okay, so then I also planted some sunflowers, and I put them in a pot together, and they're a smaller size. But I love that they have that really pretty foliage on them. And I love how that's going to add that lime green foliage into the midst of this bouquet as well. And it's going to provide a little bit of structure so these guys don't rattle around so much. Right? Rattle around. They're going to rattle around in the vase. I'm going to grab one more piece of that viburnum. Good, solid, healthy foliage to use inside here. Just really nice. And it's kind of thick, and it's a great contrast to those other ones. Then, look at these. little tiny Rudbeckia, black-eyed Susans. And you know what? I'm going to add a little bit of yellow celosia because I think that yellow celosia is going to be pretty inside here too. It's just going to be a great little contrast to have some of that. As I told you, we have a show here about celosia, so you can go back and watch that one if you wish. That my friend Larry Spangler used to call it brain fern. Brain fern. Let's add some brain fern to this. That'll be great. Okay. You know what? Isn't that the best part? The best part is that flowers are so fun. They are just so fun. Oh, you know what? I want him up here. And then I want this one over here. But look, I'm going to have to get rid of all those leaves because we can't have any of those leaves down below the water line. And you know what? It needs to go right there, right? So here we go. We are going to go in there, right down inside there. And then we can add our Rudbeckia. Black-eyed Susans, little sunflowers. Look at how pretty. I mean, these are just stunning. These are stellar. What a great idea. Don't you love, I mean, I just love going to the farmer's market and seeing all the different flowers that are there. And oh, look at, so I'm gonna take a couple of those off. I'm gonna put them back over here in this thing so I can use them for another project. But I just love the fact that they, all the different, the local farmers have just kicked it into high gear. And, there's just so many beautiful things that people are growing on a local basis. And the cool part about it is you have it for a little while and then it's gone. I mean, and so, I know my friends who are local farmers, really, really, like to support the local initiatives and things like that. But here's my other issue. I want to have flowers all year long. And so I had a friend who had a farm in Nebraska, and they were like, well, you should only buy local flowers. And so for Valentine's Day, you should give a voucher to your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife for flowers in July, because then they can buy them from the local florist. I'm all for that, but I also want to have flowers on Valentine's Day. And I think Valentine's Day is for roses myself. So I'm going to get some roses. Now, maybe do both. Maybe buy a card that says, you know what, you can have flowers again in July, which are going to be completely different than the flowers you're going to have on Valentine's Day. But then Valentine's Day, buy roses too. I just always want flowers, period. And I love all kinds of flowers. And you know what? I can't grow protea here in Grand Rapids. So I want to be able to buy protea. And sometimes the protea come from Southern California by San Diego. Sometimes they come from South America, or excuse me, from Australia. Sometimes they come from South Africa. I want to have tulips. I want it all. My friend Jen Pascoe, when she was on the show, I said, what do you think, Jen? Do you want this? And she's like, I want it all. I want it all when it comes to flowers. So look at how pretty this is. Look at it's just like a little punch of sunshine. Look at that's the prettiest spot right there. That's really pretty. And so here, we're going to give it a coating of our Chrysal Professional Glory. And again, so that this is going to make it last longer, seals the molecular structure of the flowers, helps them not to evaporate stuff as quickly as they possibly can. If you're interested in that, you can go to ubloom.com, go to the store and look for the Chrysal. It's for links to resources, okay? Because here's the other thing. I don't make a penny off of Chrysal, okay? Just for those people who think I'm a shill, I'll remember that, I don't get anything from these people. I just want you to use stuff that's great. So here you go. Chrysal Professional 3 and Chrysal Professional Glory. And I dropped a couple of the little CVBN tablets down inside there. That way, this is going to last me a week, 10 days, maybe 2 weeks. Fabulous. That's what it's all about. Enjoying flowers and making sure that they perform for us and do well. So I hope you enjoyed our little sunflower arrangement. Until next time, keep having fun with flowers.